Welcome to the DNA clearings and Antahkarana activations. Some people pronounce the Antahkarana differently, but this is how I pronounce it and it works for me. These clearings are related to DNA and consciousness coding. We are going to clear the codes that are incorrect, retro codes, virus codes, codes that limit consciousness. We will be clearing and activating the 12 strands of DNA in the physical. It's better to have 12 strands of DNA firmly activated in the physical than it is to have 36 or more activated, but only in the etheric. This is our general capability, except for those of the 6 root race, which are coming in now. These have 3 strands active at birth, but in those 3 strands they have more capabilities than we formerly had in 12 activated strands. Activating more than 12 strands of DNA is not constructive energetically at this time. And keep in mind that these meditations were done in the early 2000s, but still very powerful, and I do recommend that you ground yourself or do a centering meditation before you do this meditation or activation. First of all, we're going to call upon your I Am presence and your divine selves, and as well as my I Am presence and divine self, my monad. Everything we do in this meditation will take place in accordance with divine will and the will of your I Am presence and your monad. I'll call in my DNA programming assistance team. As you listen to this meditation and do it, the teams will come in and assist you. If you affirm that you are open to receive assistance, of course, it is very simple to do that. You just say, I am open to receive. Take a few deep breaths. And if you need to pause this meditation, you can while doing that. I recommend 5 good deep breaths in through the nose, out the mouth, very slowly. We're going to trigger the remembrance that our true essence is the divinity of love, of the source, the creator of God or goddess. However, you would like to phrase that. It's individual, of course, meaning that it's up to you, because this is a form of creation in itself. In this aspect of creation, there's only one source, so we won't argue over the name. We'll just open our hearts in this love and allow this true essence we are to flow from us to the whole of creation, to touch the hearts and minds of all beings that are open to receive. Let's put some attention on the thymus gland, often known as the true heart chakra, or the higher heart chakra, because it's above the heart, not because it's holy or anything. At the same time, let's ask for a conscious connection of our thymus with our physical hearts. Let's make an affirmation 3 times. I am that I am, the Mahatma in love. I am that I am, the Mahatma in love. I am that I am, the Mahatma in love. And we'll just allow this connection between the physical heart and the true heart chakra to build up and build up. At the same time, you could visualize or see, feel, allow, or imagine the divine love as flowing from you in this massive stream of silver, gold, and violet energy all across the universe. Remember that this love is divine love, totally without condition. So please proceed without desire. Just allow it to flow, and everything will take place in accordance with divine will. Flowing, flowing, hearts opening, opening, opening. And take a few deep breaths. And once again, remember that if you need to pause the video to take these breaths, that's totally fine. So we call upon your I Am presences and divine selves, and we reaffirm that all will take place in accordance with divine will. The will of your I Am presences and the will of your divine selves. So close your eyes and continue to breathe. just remember to take your time, there's no rush. Now as you breathe in with each in-breath, see, feel, allow, imagine that your consciousness is shrinking in size, going smaller, smaller, smaller. With this point of consciousness, you are able to go through the wall of a single cell in your body. This can be anywhere you choose. And as you go through the wall of the cell, just look around and see the spirals of DNA spiraling onwards and upwards, connecting with the heart of Source and connecting with the heart crystal of Mother Earth. Now, of course, some of you may have more than 2 strands of DNA active. Many people will have, but we're only going to start off with 2 strands. Reprogram the original codes first, and then remove any virus codes, any codes that have been inserted, either through the way we think, through our genetic heritage, or programmed by other beings, which may have been inserted to limit our consciousness. Because you know that the amount of DNA and DNA codes you have active govern the level of consciousness and the way that you relate to so-called reality. So here we go. These first 2 strands of DNA, we're going to reset the original codes. Reset, reset, reset. Activate, activate, activate. And depending on how sensitive you are during this meditation, you should be able to feel this energy change or switch up as you command or set or say certain commands. Now I ask the assistance team to please check for any virus codes and anything that is not serving you in what we might call the higher service. In association with the will of your I am presences and divine selves, we will clear. We check, 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 clear, clear, clear. I affirm, I am now ready to let go of more of my disempowerment. I am that I am. We'll go further into these virus code programs now. Remember, you are carrying the DNA of your genetic heritage, all the way back to the beginning of when this type of your body was created on the planet Earth. You're carrying information from your forefathers and foremothers. Often these programs limit the way you think or make you think in certain ways. Also as well, these programs give you a potential to manifest disease. These potentials don't always manifest, but nevertheless, the potentials are there to manifest when the right conditions are brought into play. Then just take a few more deep breaths. So now we'll call on the I am presences and divine selves of all beings in your genetic heritage, totally in accordance with divine will and their I am and divine selves. We're going to clear all these genetic heritage codes. This will take a few moments, backwards, 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 in so-called space and time. Now we clear, clear, clear. Now let's send a wave of divine love back through the genetic heritage. Let's also include in this wave of divine love the energy of forgiveness. An affirmation could be, I forgive all in my genetic heritage. In the divinity of love, I am that I am. And let's take a few more deep breaths. Now we're going to call in some other activation energies which will assist in the continued activation of the original codes and assist in keeping our DNA clear from erogenous programming, and virus codes, both through the collective consciousness and our own belief system, the way we think, the way we speak, and so on. First, we call in the energies of the cosmic sacred geometries. We ask that Metatron streams this information now, flowing these 2 strands of DNA. Activate, activate, activate. Now we call in the energy of the cosmic fire letters of the sacred languages, which will assist us in holding these pure levels of consciousness that are contained in the original codes of our DNA. First, we call in the cosmic fire letters of the Chinese. Activate, activate, activate. Of the Tibetan. Activate, activate, activate. Of the Egyptian. Activate, activate, activate. Of the Sanskrit. Activate, activate, activate. And of the Hebrew. Activate, activate, activate. We will just wait a few minutes for these activations to take place. So just give it a few minutes, kind of lay back and relax. Pause the video if you need to, because I will continue. Or you can take a couple of deep breaths while you wait. The breathing part is essential because you are reteaching or relearning your body, your conscious mind, how to breathe properly. Slowly but surely, but more efficiently. This will help you in every way possible. The faster you breathe, the more panic, the more fear that you walk around in the state of that vibration. To breathe wholeheartedly and deeply is basically to embody more life force, more light into your system, because the breath is the source of all of that. We now activate in the first 2 strands the seed of blueprint of creation and the personal seed blueprint of each individual's present life. I now ask that the relevant codings from the Melchizedek Dead Sea Scrolls be brought in the form of fire codes, fire sequences, and the original DNA codes of Yahweh. We ground them now into your DNA. Now let's bring in the code, which is the code that relates to the pure essence of divinity of love. This divine love without conditions from the heart source. This will assist us in the continuous remembrance of our true essence, the divinity that we are. Now let's bring in the code, which is the code that relates to the pure essence of and so now you could see, feel, allow, imagine the silver, golden, violet energy that we call the Mahatma flowing from the heart source and coating itself, sparkling up our DNA. I am that I am, the divinity of love. I affirm I'm willing to step into my power. I am that I am. I affirm I'm willing to transmute programming that no longer serves me. I am that I am. And so now let's just imagine another 2 strands of DNA making 4, spiraling onwards and upwards to the heart of Source and into the heart crystal of Mother Earth. Now we transfer all these codes to these next 2 strands. Also, we transfer the reset of the original codes. So we transfer and activate, activate, activate. Now we see another 2 strands, making 6. We transfer all this information from the previous strands and also reset the original codes. Activate, activate, activate. Now we see another 2, making 8. Visualize this if you feel like you need to. Again, we reset the original codes and transfer all the information and codings from the previous strands. Activate, activate, activate. Now we see another 2 strands making 10. We reset the original codes and transfer all the previous information and codes from the previous strands. Activate, activate, activate. Now we see another 2 strands making 12. Again, we reset the original codes and transfer the previous information and codes from the other strands. Activate, activate, activate. Your blood starts to take on its true nature of spiritual light. The geometries activate codings in your red blood cells, white blood cells, corpuscles, geometric shapes, activating, spinning, pulsating, the cosmic sacred geometry. We start to bring the energies of the correct sequences of fire letters in accordance with the will of your I Am Presences and Divine Will. Energy rising up your spine to the base of your brain, into your brain, crown chakras in harmony and balance and cosmic love. Now for you ones that are energetically sensitive, you should have been able to feel this wave of energy go from your spine up to your brain. Now if you have blockages in your chakras, it may happen very slowly or it may get stuck in a certain way. If that's so, just take that as an indication that you have work to do in regards to unblocking your chakras, which a Kundalini meditation or something similar to that advance would do. DNA continues to resequence these integral codes of divinity, purity, and perfection. Your blood starts to manifest this spiritual light in a more focused way, flowing through your body, reprogramming your cellular structures, reprogramming, reprogramming, reprogramming. Now we'll do some activity with the pineal gland. This is located in the middle of the brain. It often known as the seat of the soul. Modern science once thought that it didn't do very much, but actually it has a great effect on the body. Inside the pineal gland there is a cell which we call the master cell. This master cell is often rather inactive for various reasons. We're going to clear the master cell, of course, in accordance with divine will, the will of your I Am Presences and divine selves. So I'll call in the energy from the heart of source. We reactivate this master cell in the pineal gland. Activate, activate, activate. And at this time, if you feel sensations in your brain or get a slight headache or whatever, this is no cause for concern. It's normal. So we just have a few moments to allow this to keep moving. So just take a few minutes to breathe and allow this activation to take place. Again, pause the video if you need to. Take as much time as needed. Inside this master cell is also a trigger point for what we might call the chromosomes of youthfulness and vitality. So according to all the previously stated prerequisites, we are going to activate the production of these youthing chromosomes and vitality chromosomes. Activate, activate, activate. In your body you have as well as 46 chromosomes. These 46 chromosomes are intricately linked with your DNA. In many people, these 46 chromosomes are not particularly active. Imbalances in these chromosomes can also cause imbalances of energy and even assist in the manifestation of disease. So now, in accordance with all the prerequisites, of course, divine will, and the will of your I am and your divine selves, we're going to clear, harmonize, and balance these 46 chromosomes now. We bring in the energy of Source to do this, flowing in, flowing in, flowing in. Now we activate, activate, activate. Now we're going to activate the mitochondria DNA. The mitochondria DNA, or mitochondria DNA, is present in each cell. It's the powerhouse of each cell. With this mitochondria is not in pristine working order. When it has imbalances, it makes the individual cell not as balanced and harmonized as it could be in optimal conditions. You have millions of cells in your body, so you have millions of these powerhouses. They're like little nuclear reactors in each cell. Now we call on your I Am presence and divine selves. We call on the assistance teams to assist us in reharmonizing and rebalancing this mitochondria. This will assist in the cell renewal and cell division. Now we activate this mitochondria. At this point, you may feel a bit of sparkling in your cellular structure. This is normal. It shows that things are proceeding properly. We now call on your I Am presences and divine selves. We call on the assistance team to assist us in reharmonizing and rebalancing the mitochondria. This will assist in cell renewal and cell division. As this activation takes place, think of your rainbow bridge, your Antahkarana, Antahkarana, Antahkarana. Chant Antahkarana, Antahkarana, Antahkarana. This brings the energy of the activation of the Antahkarana. Now see, feel, imagine your Antahkarana. You may feel it about as big around as your head. But now, with your in-breaths, we're going to expand them outwards and outwards. This tube of light, maybe with a pearlescent color, don't struggle with it. See, feel, allow, imagine in accordance with the will of your I Am presence, this Antahkarana start to expand until it's bigger around than your shoulders. You're sitting in a tube of light. Visualize this the best you can, but if the intention of it is enough for this to happen. This tube of light goes onwards higher in vibration to the central sun, to the heart of Mother, Father, God, and into the heart of Mother Earth, just like your DNA. We'll now raise the vibration of this channel. We'll do this on your behalf in accordance with the desires of your I Am presences. So with your breaths, see this taking place. The tube of light goes onwards higher in vibration to the central sun. And please affirm. I affirm I allow my Antahkarana to open. I am that I am. I sit in a tube of cosmic light and in my own power, my own being, I am independent part of Mother, Father, Source, in the perfection and beauty of creation. I am that I am. You may feel your cellular structure vibrating at a different rate than previously experienced. Through your Antahkarana, in accordance with the will of your I am presence and divine will, we are going to bring in an enhanced quotient of light, up to the degree your I am tells us your structure can cope with. We now bring this light. You may feel the vibration in your body. Bring the light now, integrating, 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 grounding, grounding, grounding. At the same time, we bring the fire sequence code into all your cellular structure as the light expands, mingled with the light in accordance with the will of your I am presences and divine will. The sequence is flowing in now. Just imagine the vibrations expanding and expanding your light. Affirm. I am divine light. Now. I am that I am. Now we'll look at your 12 strands of DNA, making sure that these blocking codes are released, the ones we have permission to release from your I am presence. Daily DNA cleansing. Just as a reminder, you can clear and program your DNA on a daily basis and activate the youth chromosomes and mitochondria and so on. This is very, very simple. You just have to issue a command. You can do this in the shower or while combing your hair or in the mornings. It takes no time whatsoever. The command is simply reset DNA, reset DNA, reset DNA. You can also go further and clear or activate other things such as I command the activation of my youth and chromosomes. Activate, activate, activate. You can also affirm as you're showering, I am that I am the Mahatma in love. This will bring in the energy of the Mahatma into the water and it will help to clear your energy fields and your auras. You can also command clear core fear matrix, harmonize and clear emotional body, harmonize and clear sacred geometry. Actually, the possibilities are endless and only limited by our programs and imagination. True freedom is nothing more or less than the freedom from fear. May your hearts continue to radiate the divinity of love, which is your true essence. Another thing you can do is, you can command anything in your body, because your voice, when you speak your voice to your cells or to your body, it's like the voice of God. So they have to obey. Your body does basically what you believe it to do so, and what you feel that you can command it to. So the only limitation is what you think and what you believe is possible, or what you don't know. If you're not knowledgeable on these types of commands, then you'll never know. But this is why you should practice different things that work for you. You could command your body to stop storing fat cells, or you can command your body to cleanse itself or flush itself. Many times though, you want to be in a relaxed state in a type of meditation, or in a alpha or theta mind state. The slower you move, the more power you have within your vessel, your body, your life, and you slow down your reality while speeding up your vibration by breathing and or meditating. So thanks for listening, thanks for tuning in, and I hope that you have great success with this meditation.